Today, I'm going to teach you what to look for when buying a used bounce house. My name is Nick Glassett, I'm the owner of the Jump Off. Let's get inspected.
Wasn't recording this whole time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Take two. So I actually did buy this unit used along with two other ones from a guy in Walker, Louisiana. He was trying to start his bounce house business. It didn't work out. He only had 3 units, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna kind of just take you through the stuff that I checked out when I bought it from him used, so that way you can kind of see what I'm looking at and why I was so impressed, but don't think I still did drive that hard bargain. For instance, how old this Magic Jump unit is. So it's supposed to have a little hole punched in it like over here. So this tells you the serial number and they punch the hole out. There's no hole punched on it, so we don't know what exact year or exact month it was made, but we do know that it's made in the window of 2007 to 2010. Like, that's so long ago, like, it's hard for me to say those years and not screw it up. It's 2023 right now as recording this, so it's between 13 to 16 years old. Like, that's incredible. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna check is the front, right? This is the moneymaker. So you can tell this unit is mega old because it has rainbow mesh. Like, this is a thing of the past. You don't see rainbow mesh anymore because it rips so often. Look at this, fantastic, all right? Come over to this other side, you got one little tear right there. That's it. Everything else on the rainbow mesh looks good. So that is a big deal because this rainbow mesh is a freaking pain because it breaks. You can buy new sections of it, like weave it in and all this. It's a pain though, dude. Okay, while we're on rainbow mesh, we've got it on all sides. Just give you the spoiler alert, it looks great on all sides, no issues. That one little green piece over there is the only issue that we have on the entire thing as far as the rainbow netting goes. Next thing that'll just be nice and obvious, right, when you're standing in front of the unit, is the graphics. How do the graphics look? From 2010, 2007, something like that? Pretty freaking good, dude. Our prints needs to be washed, but other than that, he's looking good. So now that we just bought this unit used, we'll go through and we'll wash all this off and we'll get it looking nice and pretty. Come over here to the princess. She's looking pretty good too. She lost an eyeball. So we got one blue eye and then she's possessed by the devil or something, I don't know. Maybe we'll get her a pirate patch, who knows. All in all though, that's a good looking graphic for as old as this thing is. So I was super impressed when I got there to check these out.
Also, the eyes, they're just glued on. You know, the easy fix you could do is just rip this one off, which it's not on very good because it's 13 to 16 years old. You could just rip it off and then color them in with blue Sharpie. I mean, no one's really gonna notice.
Yeah. Hit that with a blue Sharpie, nobody will ever notice. Next thing you want to check on a used unit is the entryway. This seam right here gets all the wear and tear in the world, and it is looking beautiful. The other part that gets wear and tear is in here. So this seam, all these ribs, they all look fantastic. This all looks beautiful. So as far as this unit goes, from the first eyeball test and the first inspection of probably the hardest used seams, looking beautiful. Let's jump inside, we'll go check out the inside. So once you get inside, the first thing you want to check is this first seam coming out of the entrance. This is where it gets most of the wear because every single kid that ever gets in this bounce house steps on this purple piece right at the entryway. So check all these seams. Again, these are all perfect other than they're dirty, but other than that, they're freaking perfect. Both sides of the baffle look great on the entryway, so that's freaking awesome. Come over here to the corner. You get a lot of wear and tear in these corners just because if a kid falls into this wall, it puts a lot of pressure right there. So you want to check the corner at basically every pillar. These all look great, so we're good. All these seams are perfect. Everything's beautiful. One of the other things that will stick out to you right as you get in here is staining. So if you start to look at the walls and the pillars, they're filthy, okay? But that's just dirt. So basically what looks like it happened is this unit probably went to a party where it rained or something. There was a little bit of mud that gets in here, and then when the unit deflates, this whole thing just falls into the mud, and you're kind of left over with just nasty stuff all over. So we need to get up there and scrub all that. But this vinyl is hard to tell on camera probably, but this side's textured, whereas the outside is smooth. So this side getting dirty is much harder to clean, or I guess you could say it stains easier. So you just want to look at this. I can just tell by looking at all this, it's just dirt. So this will all clean up nicely. Okay, same up here. This is all super dirty, but it'll all clean up nice. I'm not worried at all. The only stain I really see is potentially this right here. Okay, and then there's maybe one right there. But On a used unit, a stain like that, not a big deal at all whatsoever. If you want to be a stickler and try and bargain it down because that little thing, be my guest. Me, I just move on and I'm good to go. So with your graphics, like these all look great, right? Like we said. However, they're dirty, nasty, kind of got some weird stuff on it. I don't know what this is. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and we're gonna hit it with the wash off. So this is the jump off cleaner that we make for bounce houses. We specially formulated it to be both organic and extra super strong. So it's not full of dyes and craziness. It's white. It doesn't have crazy fragrances in it. It just has the fragrance it comes with. The Trevor always says smells kind of like apples. It's great stuff. We made it to try and take off silly string, and we accomplished it. It does take off silly string. Now, if you look over here, we've got some silly string that's on this unit that is really old, okay? Will the wash off take off this silly string? I'm not 100% certain, because God knows how long it's been on there. However, fresh silly string, this will annihilate, and we stand behind that. We've tested it ourselves. We've sent test bottles out to other operators around the country, and we've got great results with this so far. So we're gonna hit basically the whole unit with this, and I think these graphics will wash off really well with the wash off. So if you guys wanna grab a jug of this, go to thejumpoffstore.com. You can get it on there. It's great stuff. It's concentrated, so this jug will last you a long time. For silly string though, use it straight out of the bottle. 100% strength on the silly string. Super quick thing to check is just your anchor points. Just make sure they're all secure. Stitching is good. Your rings are good. Polypropylene's in good shape. And then just make sure it's sewn under there and is nice and stable. Nothing crazy going on at all 4 of your anchor points. This is a minor thing, but just check them, make sure. Now we're gonna go to the back of the unit. I'm gonna show you some key components that you want to check whenever you buy a used unit for sure. So come on. Okay, so I'm going to kill the blower because I don't want to yell over. First things first you want to check is your zipper. So your zipper is smooth. Crazy that zipper's like a decade old and it's nice and smooth. So basically what happens is they get off track, or one of the teeth will get bent, and then when you go and zip it, it pops open and then you're screwed. You got no more zipper. So you have to go through and sew it shut, or you got to take it to inflatable repair and get it done. Get it redone. This zipper is in great shape. The other thing to check is the Velcro. So does your Velcro still stay secure? Yeah, we're good to go on the Velcro. So the Velcro actually holds back more air than the zipper ever would. Now on a 13 by 13 bounce house, that's not like a huge deal, but on the big water slide or a big combo, this Velcro needs to be in good shape so it can hold back the air. As the Velcro ages, it'll start to have a white sheen to it, and once it starts to turn white, it's toast. It won't work very well anymore. As you can see, this Velcro has definitely gotten used over the years plenty of times. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of starting to get a white sheen to it, but still nice and secure, and it doesn't sit in the sun. It's always closed, so it's not that big of an issue. Then we're gonna check out our blower tube. Just make sure that your blower tube strap is in good shape, which this one, generally speaking, it is. Now, Magic Jump, for whatever reason, has used alligator clamps, which has a sharp edge right here. And so as you run this through over and over and over and over and over, it starts to wear out the polypropylene, especially on this edge, because you're gonna pull it kind of at an angle, and it just runs it across this sharp edge. Like you can literally see it fraying it right now. If you have one that is worn out, thejumpoffstore.com, we sell a blower tube replacement that you can just glue on there. We use cam buckles, so they're nice and smooth. So essentially, as long as you take good care of your units, the one that we sell at thejumpoffstore.com is the last one you'll ever have to put on there. So as this blows back up behind me, I want to talk about blower size. If you're going to buy a used unit, it needs to blow up on a respectable sized blower, okay? The blower's gonna come in 1 horse, 1.5 horse, and 2 horse. If you go to show up and this 13 by 13 bounce house needs a 1.5 blower, that's a major red flag. It's probably near the end of its life, because all these seams have stretched over time and they're just not good at holding the air, right? If you're gonna go buy a big combo, maybe a big combo that's a dual lane with a attached pool is gonna take a 2.0 blower, maybe. A combo should be on a 1.5. Most water slides should be on a 1.5 coming from the factory. Now maybe you're going to, this is the one time it doesn't pop up. I didn't close this. If you go buy a used water slide, it should probably be on a 1.5. Now, if it's at its end of its life, it may take a 2.0. But you're going to buy a water slide that takes 2 blowers? No. The answer is no, do not buy it. As a matter of fact, on the Facebook Marketplace, just ask them how many blowers does it take to blow up. They say 2, Don't even go show up. Now, if it's a 27-foot dual lane, cool, different story. Our 27-foot dual lane takes 2 blowers from the factory, okay? But that's a massive, massive, massive slot. 18-foot single lane should not be on 2 blowers. Just be aware of that, okay? But yeah, you're going to buy a 13 by 13 bounce house used, it should be on a 1.0, there's no question. But just be aware of the blower size that the unit takes, and it needs to make sense. So kind of in closing, you're gonna go buy a used unit. I'm a big fan of it. I still buy used stuff. It just depends on the condition that it's in and the deal that I can get. So this one by Magic Jump, hell yes. I got 2 other Magic Jump units with it that are pretty much in the same condition and this same age. Just blown away with the quality and blown away by how long these Magic Jump units have lasted. So this is a buy every time. Some people don't like to buy used units. I totally understand why. You don't know what it's been through. You don't know what its life is. Lifespan is left behind it. You can only inspect so many things. To me, buying used units now, as we're at the size that we are, is more about going to buy out a company that's going out of business or wants to get out of the business versus the one-off stuff. But when you're brand new, there's no faster way to scale. Your dollars won't go any further for inventory purchases than used units. If you just know what to look for, you can protect yourself and you can scale a lot faster. So be on the lookout for freaking deals like these Magic Jump ones I got. They are awesome. So there we go. Now you're a little bit smarter. So go hit that subscribe button. Comment if you have any questions. You guys can find me also on Instagram. I reply to every single comment and I reply to every single message that I get for as long as I possibly can. So send me your questions and then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace out.